Hello, it's Mary Terry. It's the night before Easter. I guess when the Easter Bunny comes. I'm not quite sure. I know we have Easter baskets waiting, and Rich is munching on Easter candy currently while I'm making this video. I just saw him. He's eating a bunny, a chocolate bunny. Anyway, I hope you guys have a good Easter. I wanted to say hi and show you this little Terrie Dori I made. It is made from a Goodwill purchase for $2.97. It's leather. It was some company put it out. I can't really read the embossing on it. Maybe with a magnifying glass and a good light I could do so, but I just like it. It's pretty cool. It's all leather, as I said. I made it just kind of the Ray Blake way. I didn't measure very well, of course. I used purple for the elastics inside, and I used green for the outside. I have two books inside and I have a small tiny holder where I can put in like stickers or whatever, and I like these little books. I got them at Staples and they were two for $1, and the back of it has a little holder too. So I really like this little thing, and I like the first one that I made. It's a little floppier, the first one. It was made out of repurposed materials, but this was too because nobody was going to buy this. Nobody was going to hold their passport in this, I don't think. And the person who got it for a corporate gift wasn't keeping it, so I took it and made it into something that I can use. Then I was just wanting to share with you two boxes very quickly. My favorite two boxes in my craft room. If something were to happen that I'd have to leave my house quickly and I was able to take, or if something happened where I only had two boxes left in my craft room, let's put it that way, it would be these two boxes. They're my bookbinding boxes. And I just thought you might want to take a peek inside with me. Yours probably look very similar to this if you bookbind at all. I have a lot of rings that I use to bind things together. Sometimes this is how I started bookbinding. I use needles that I made a little needle holder for out of an Altoid tin. And I have a little ribbon around the sides. And inside I have two of those basic gray magnets. And all my needles have really big eyes in them because then that way I can use whatever type of, well, this one doesn't really, but it's kind of big for a normal needle. But they all stay in there pretty well. They don't fall out on my hand. And I can throw them in there and find them real easily. So here's my needle holder. Here's a big needle that I use for like an awl that I have obviously in a cork because the tip is super sharp. And my kitty cat wanted to play with that really badly one day. I was kind of nervous about it. I have a light duty paper awl, which I've never used. I don't know when I got this. I think I got this sort of like at Joann's or something. It's pretty sharp. So this would be good for teeny tiny holes because I have some that I wouldn't want to use for bookbinding, but I have it in here anyway. This one's a really good one. This is a We Are Memory Keepers brad setter. And this thing is sharp. And it's not too, the barrel of it isn't very thick, so you can just take it up to here if you want to and get a nice hole, or you can take it all the way up if you need a bigger hole. And it's really sturdy, and I like that it has a tip on it so you don't gouge yourself, stick yourself like I would be prone to do if it didn't have one. Here's a Tim Holtz gadget. This is cool, except for it's not sturdy enough to really poke through a lot of pages. So if you're just doing 2 or 3, it's great. And I know that it's good for using with my new die cutting machine to pull those pesky little dies out and, poke the little papers out, if you guys know what I'm talking about. You may not if you're a bookbinding girl, because I just got into that myself. And then I got a Zutter. And I like that, but this hand sewing books is just so much more fun. I have a lot of different types of wax thread that I picked up from lots of different places because I'm like if I like something, I have to have a lot of it because I'm always afraid I'm not going to have the time or the money or the circumstances in which to get it again. So my life is always tenuous, so I'm not sure. So when I find it and I have the money, I usually buy it, which probably is a good thing in some ways, but I think I have a Depression era sort of feeling that, we're going to go back to those days. And, there have been plenty of times in my life where I haven't had money to just go out and buy stuff. So when I do have the money, I do buy stuff. And so I usually have too much of something, and I have too much of this. But I'll use it. I will use it. I'm not buying any more of that. Now I know how much I have. I also have these that I got on sale. They are ball chain. And little Rhonda Lee has used these in albums before, to bind her albums, her little mini albums that she has made like a long time ago. But she gave me one of her mini albums one time, and it's beautiful, and it was such a dear thing for her to do. And she had bound with something like this. So I got 3 packs of those. As I told you, I like go overboard on stuff. And I got some crochet hooks because I figured that would help me really pull stuff through certain holes in books, leather, or stuff like that if I needed some help. So that tip I got somewhere else, but these are nice little hooks. I don't know how to crochet. I wish I did. Inside of here, I just keep some random stuff, some nice clips for keeping the pages together while I'm sewing them, bull clips, an old candle just to wax any thread that I might have, because I also use thread like this sometimes, and this is nice to wax it. It just holds better, and it just glides through things better. Here's something I would definitely recommend you not get, and it is the clover, and it's called an awl, but I think it's more for leather, because it's the whole, you can't get a small hole in this. Like, you're going to get a mambo hole, because it's really thick. I hope you guys can see that. But I liked it because it had a little cap on it, and I think I got it at Joann's, and I thought it was skinnier than it was. So that's pretty much all I have in here. I just have a lot of different clips and stuff like that. But I love bookbinding so much. And here's my other box of goodies. And in here I mostly have a lot of elastic. And elastic of all different shapes and sizes. I don't know if you can see this here. And I have elastic hairbands that I've gotten for 99 cents at Sally's, Sally Beauty Supply, to keep books together. I have some fabric that I actually markered on so that I could use this for like a spine. Just a random bunch of stuff, a lot of baker's twine, but elastics coming out the wazoo. I save every elastic that I get off of every box of candy or anything like that, because wouldn't that be pretty on a Midori? So that's really all I wanted to talk with you guys about. I wanted to wish you a happy Easter, and thank you for stopping in and chatting with me and enjoying the things that we all enjoy together. You all give me so much pleasure. Thank you so much for being on YouTube and for taking a couple minutes out of your life to watch me. I really appreciate it. Take good care. Happy Easter. Bye now.